At 32, he thought he'd be further ahead. At 42, he was still saying the same thing. Every birthday felt less like a celebration, and more like a deadline. Every wedding invitation, every promotion announcement, every housewarming photo, every school reunion. Someone else seemed to be arriving, while he was still trying to figure out where he was going. Most nights ended the same way. Lying in bed, scrolling. A friend bought a house. Another got engaged. Someone launched a business. Someone celebrated a promotion. He put his phone down, stared at the ceiling, and quietly thought, "What am I doing wrong?" This is the man who was always last. The feeling followed him everywhere. At work, at family gatherings, at birthdays, at reunions. Even on good days. Because no matter what he achieved, there always seemed to be someone further ahead. Someone richer, someone happier, someone more successful. Or so it appeared. One rainy afternoon he wandered into an old watchmaker's shop. The place felt frozen in time. Wall clocks ticked softly. Pocket watches rested behind glass. Hourglasses stood on dusty shelves. Everywhere he looked, time seemed to be moving. Behind the counter sat an elderly watchmaker, carefully repairing an old clock. The old man looked up, smiled, then returned to his work. The younger man found himself speaking before he realized it. "I feel like I'm running out of time." The watchmaker chuckled. "Time for what?" The younger man opened his mouth, then stopped. For a moment, he genuinely didn't know. The watchmaker stood, slowly walked him through the shop. Dozens of clocks surrounded them. Some fast, some slow, some perfectly accurate, some completely wrong. The watchmaker pointed around the room. "Which one is correct?" The younger man looked. "They can't all be." "Exactly." The old man smiled. "Then why do you believe there is only one correct timeline for a life?" The younger man fell silent. Because he had never questioned it. Not once. He had simply accepted the rules. Graduate by this age. Marry by that age. Own a home by another. Build a career. Start a family. Keep up. Keep moving. Keep chasing. The watchmaker looked at him carefully, then asked, "Who told you that you were behind?" The younger man laughed. Then stopped laughing. Because he genuinely didn't know. No one had ever said it. Not directly. Yet somehow he had spent years believing it. Rain tapped softly against the window. The clocks continued ticking. The watchmaker spoke again. "When I was young, I believed I was behind too. I wanted a bigger business. A bigger house. More money. So I rushed. I spent 20 years trying to get ahead." Then he smiled sadly. "And almost missed my life." The younger man looked at him. For the first time, the watchmaker didn't seem wise. He seemed human. The old man walked to a shelf, picked up a pocket watch. Its hands no longer moved. The younger man frowned. "Why keep a watch that doesn't work?" The watchmaker turned it over gently in his hands. "It belonged to my wife. She's been gone 10 years. Silence filled the room. The old man smiled. "Some things don't need to work to have value." The younger man felt something shift inside him. Because suddenly, this wasn't about time anymore. It was about worth. The watchmaker placed the broken watch back on the shelf. Then looked directly at him. You keep acting as though your value depends on how quickly you arrive. But value and timing are not the same thing. As Seneca wrote, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. The younger man looked around the shop, at the clocks, the watches, the hourglasses, all showing different times. And for the first time, he saw what had been happening. He had spent years measuring his life against everyone else's. Years chasing timelines that were never his. Years confusing comparison with truth. The tragedy is not that you are behind. It is that you have spent so much of your life believing you are. The watchmaker picked up one final clock, closed its cover, and smiled. You were never late. You were measuring your life with someone else's clock. The rain continued falling. The clocks continued ticking. Nothing in the world had changed. But something inside him had. On the walk home he passed a shop window, caught his reflection, and stopped. For years he had seen someone falling behind. Someone failing to catch up. Someone losing a race. But standing there now, he saw something different. A man still learning, still growing, still moving forward. Life had never been a race. Only a journey. And for the first time in years, he stopped asking how far behind he was. Long enough to see how far he had come. Perhaps you were never behind at all. Guard your peace.